look at all the statistical part, score, and then we didn't win halftime, obviously. Gave up the third quarter score fairly quickly, and then as it moved forward, we couldn't generate things. So, you can put a lot of energy into your opening game, and I think there's a host of people that are disappointed, but it will be my job to pull it together and we will move in the right direction.
Thanks, Coach. We'll open up for questions.
Just with the quarterbacks, obviously going back and forth in the first halves, what kind of led to thinking that was the route?
Well, I thought it was, honestly, I look at what happened in the first half, I thought it was a good decision. We knew they were a good defensive run team, and we were going to have to add some things. Josh gave us that as capability and made plays. Here's what will happen. We knew this going in. If you want to give too much credit to the quarterback, or you want to take it away from him, it is a hard game. And I'm going to sit there and say, when you approach too many third and long situations where you're not going to win. And from my vantage point, I don't think we protected them very well when the opportunities arose. Playing two quarterbacks is what we were going to do. Stuck with Jock in the second half because he had the experience. And we're unprotected, and he's got the capability to make plays, which he did. Not pleased where the pass game ended up. In fact, it's the same stats as last year against them. So I'll give them some credit.
Do you see playing two guys as kind of like a long-term
We have a bye week this week, so we're going to sort that out. I'm confident in them, just as confident as I was yesterday. Probably a tough opening game because they do mix up coverages quite a bit, and they're very different than our defense. So I'll take it from there, and then I'll evaluate the film.
We're going to go Azor next from MB next.
Hey, Coach. Question: What adjustments did Rhode Island make? What adjustments did you think that you did make in the second half?
I think Rhode Island just stuck with their game plan, in my opinion. When I saw it, they did a good job on third down in the second half. Very efficient on third down. They kept drives alive, and the running backs ran really hard. So I didn't see anything very different from what they did. From our perspective, we called the same things on both sides of the ball. And, we weren't able to make the plays needed. So, halftime's interesting. Not enough time to say, you're going to do this, do that. You just try to get the kid's mental focus correct. I thought by scoring late in the half, we had a good approach, but it didn't work.
Just a follow-up to piggyback off the question. You said that you got a bye week coming up. How much do you, usually when you come into the season, you're pumped up, you're ready, you think you got, the kids, they feel like they got everything situated set. But coming with this loss, how much do you think maybe the bye week is needed, gives you more of a benefit to come and bounce back next?
Yeah, I think it's got to be approached correctly by the kids. I'd rather walk on the field on Saturday and get rid of this loss, personally. And I think the kids would tell you the same thing. But it'll allow us to focus. And, it's going to be like anything else. Lose a game, you think it's the end of the world. There's a lot of things out there that are not football related. I was having a conversation this morning with somebody, and I said, the thing I feel most bad about for football players on a Saturday afternoon, no matter where you are, is that at the end of the day, it's either a fail or a pass. And that's really hard to work your butt off for 5 weeks and all of a sudden say you got an F. And we're not going to approach it that way. They didn't get an F. They lost to a good football team. They're going to have to get up and figure it out. And it's my job to get them to figure it out.
Mike, go ahead.
How are you, Coach? So as always, you were persistent in the run game tonight, but they kept you guys in check. You really weren't able to tonight. Just how much did not having McKenna or Dempster available to you hurt you guys?
Talk about Dempster, is that what you said?
Yeah, roll that. McKenna.
Not good. But, yeah, I thought, Cook did a good job there. Cook was a receiver for 2 weeks in camp and all summer, and, but he did a good job. And, that injury happened a while ago, so that's no excuse to our success. But, yeah, we didn't get off any big plays that changed the field. There were hard yards, and their kid did a good job tackling. They got the extra hat in there, and he made the tackle. As I said, it needs to be better at every aspect.
Follow up?
Yeah, actually I do. So the defense was pretty good for most of the night. They stopped the run while the game was in the balance. They did a decent job against the pass. You also got a couple of good hits in on Kasim Hill. So what do you have to say about your defense's performance overall tonight, and what do you guys have to do better just to improve next time out against the UMass?
Like anything, I'll have to watch the film. It was a team loss. I thought Rhode Island in the second half was able to gain yards on first down and put them in very good second and short situations, and a lot of their third downs were very manageable. And so I'm sure our kids played hard defensively, but we gave up 2 big pass plays, and that hurt us. It was all said and done. Yes, sir.
Coach. You guys had a tough day throwing the ball. A couple of drops, a couple of miscommunications, and 3 picks. What went wrong, and what do you have to do to clean that up to the next game?
Yeah, it's funny because we've had very few drops all preseason. You had a couple. I think when you don't win, I think they're all good questions you're asking. I think sometimes it's really, there isn't any answers other than get back on the horse and ride it better next time. So we'll look at it. The pass game did not operate. It was very similar last year against Rhode Island. And, frustrated me personally, but not the players, just that it wasn't better.
I do with you, right, Coach?
When you attribute to Ron and Josh's struggles in the passing game to maybe some first game nerves?
It was my biggest concern going into the game, how it would go. We got up 7-0 with the sack fumble. Gave us a little breathing room. If you think about the first time we had the ball, we put a really good drive together, and Josh went down, got tackled maybe inside the 20, 15, and it was a holding pattern. They brought us back, and we weren't able to get out of that. So it's a fine line. I think they played okay. As I said, if you're going to attribute the incomplete passes just to the quarterback, the coaches have to take responsibility of that. We've got to get them better prepared.
Any last questions for Coach?
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach.
Josh, just first off, when did you first find out that you would start, and then just how long was the game plan to kind of trade off series? Was that kind of what the plan was all week?
No, so we had found out the night before the game, kind of like Coach B had mentioned, press interviews. We kind of pulled us together and told us each separate week what was going to happen, what was the game plan. And so he let DB and myself know that we will be rotating series as the game goes on, as the full game goes, and then from there we'll see where things took off.
And just what's that like as a quarterback, kind of trading off series? Can that be tough sometimes, or?
I thought so at first, but after playing the game, I kind of thought that it was better for the team, and that's what I'm all about. Drew, DB, myself, we're all very close as a group. So we're more than just teammates. We're good friends with each other. So if this was going to be the case, I was glad that I was able to do it with them. And I thought it was definitely better for the team, and it was working for a while. And then coaches made the changes and the decisions.
And what just like really changed as a team, do you think, in the second half especially?
I think we came out strong. I thought we started driving the ball, and when we had the same mentality. It was 14-14 at the time, so we had the same mentality as the game was ours. And we came out, we gave everything we got, we gave it our best shot. Just unfortunately, we weren't able to come out with a win tonight.
Hey, Josh, defensively, what do you think they did to create issues for you guys on the offensive side?
Yeah, they give credit to them. They did a pretty good job tonight. They blitzed a lot. They sent a lot of blitzes on us. Just trying to do the best I can to maneuver in the pocket and make plays when I can. But give credit when credit's due. They definitely played well tonight.
And if I was Lloyd, for you, because you guys played pretty strong most of the game. It seemed like at the end you just kind of caught up. And what do you think that Rhode Island was doing on the offensive side of the ball that they was able to come out of time?
When you play against a ranked opponent, they're going to bring the whole house to you. And they made some changes offensively where they made our rovers, me especially, bite on plays that we should have never did. But I give credit to them, but I'll also say that our group, and what I was telling everybody in the crowd after the game was, you got to expect things like that when you have 5 starters on the defensive side of the ball from last year. So it's a completely new 11, and I'm just here to pull them along, bring the energy, no matter if we're down or up. I'm gonna bring that energy, and I'm just ready for the next game.
How much is it with the defense playing as well as it does? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much is it you guys put it on your back? When it takes place. I know, like, no offense to everybody saying it's all of us, but the defense seemed to play very well tonight. How much do you guys take responsibility?
We want the responsibility. I want to say I'm the head of the snake. I want that responsibility, and I want my guys to come out here and have my back when I go out there. We got a lot of new guys, Balesta, Eric Black. We had Aiden, new linebacker. He hasn't played, he's been injured. And we got young guys on our D-line. So at the end of the day, we want that responsibility. We want to go out there and get the first blow. So. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mike?
Hey guys, so I'll start with Josh. I just got one for each of you. Josh, obviously it didn't go the way you hoped tonight, but you still did get your first full game experience in. I know you played drives before, but today was the first time you played all 4 quarters. How were you feeling out there on the field? What were you seeing? How was it different? Just give me the rundown.
I felt good. I felt confident in myself, confident in my team, confident in my coaches. And that's really what it's all about. We talked yesterday about trusting each other, and that's really what it is. Football is the ultimate team sport. I had trust in my guys, and they trusted me. And that ultimately made me feel better, about the situation at hand. And so, it was good just to get out there and just play some ball. And now we got to move on and look forward to, the next week after the bye week, and we'll be good. We'll be all right. We'll bounce back.
Thank you, Josh. Okay, and then Cartel. On a positive note, you started the scoring tonight. You got to score the first touchdown of the new season for Stony Brook. So, just how cool was that for you?
First, I want to give all the glory to God. I pray every game, before the game. I pray before I take the field in practice. Without him, I'm nothing. And that's a bigger picture to me when you have people that's supposed to be here with you that's not here. And every game I wear my dog tag, so I represent them every time I go out there. And to be able to do something like that, go out there and score a touchdown on defensive ball, that's come on now. Hey, I feel like I was in high school with the ball again. So I'm just glad, and I've been doing this for a long time, man. I'm glad to go out there and play along Josh, line and do what he does, and I'm ready to go up here to UMass and change this game right here.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any further questions for the guys?
Just
Gentlemen.
for Josh, with this being your first start and your first time playing extended time, just what do you kind of hope to take out of this game, I'm sure the stat sheet wasn't exactly as you hoped for, but what do you hope to kind of take out of this the rest of the season?
Learning a lot from this game. Was able to gain some experience under my belt, which I think comes a long way. But learning is definitely the main thing. Being in the game environment, a full game like that, just seeing how the flow of the game changes. It's a lot different from practice. Everything's a lot faster. So I thought, the first game that it was definitely good to just see the difference, kind of, and be more comfortable and get more relaxed and have more composure, throughout the whole game, and just to stay calm and trust in my guys, like I said before.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys, for your time.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.